Despite the fact that Starlight really hasn't had as big of a role as I thought she would in Season 6, the episodes where she does play a major role were great. I loved how well she bonded with Spike in the crystalling, and No Second Prances is my second favorite episode of the season. Truthfully, I think episodes that star her, or at least give her own subplot, are better in moderation so it doesn't feel like the writers are forgetting the original characters, and her cameos are sufficient enough to keep her character fresh. However, when I read the plot summary on the DirecTV guide, I was immediately looking forward to another Starlight episode to help develop her character even more, and holy crap was this episode fun. Even right from the get-go, with Starlight demonstrating the spells she's been studying, was just really enjoyable to see rather than using exposition to say how far Starlight's come with her magic training. The method of show don't tell was used wonderfully here, more so to see both Twilight and Starlight enjoying their respective roles of teacher and student. Plus, Starlight used a Captain America-like shield during the demonstration, so I was definitely sold on this opening scene. The scene following Starlight putting the books back on the shelves like Quicksilver was perhaps my favorite of the entire episode, no matter how much fun the rest of the story was. I absolutely loved how well Spike and Starlight worked together in the crystalling, and this scene brought that chemistry back perfectly. Seeing Spike try his hardest to convince Starlight that it's okay to be nervous about her upcoming friendship lessons and that she was going about them the wrong way, even though she wasn't going to listen to him, continues to prove how great the writers are using him this season. While his appearance here was much more limited than the Changeling episode or even the crystalling, it was enough to show that he cares deeply for Starlight as a friend and is worried about her decision making. We've only gotten glimpses of a mature and caring Spike before Season 6, and with how well he's been used this season, I only hope this Spike becomes the norm for the remainder of the series. In addition, I couldn't help but laugh at how both Spike and Starlight didn't know what chillaxing meant, and I found it interesting how near the doorway of Starlight's room she has a picture of a crossed out equal sign. Now, as for how fun this episode was, where should I begin? The jokes in this episode after Starlight cast the spell were on par with the jokes from the Saddle Row review. The fact that everyone took Starlight's suggestions so seriously and that they couldn't do anything without Starlight's instruction played out hysterically. Pinky filling the kitchen with dozens of baked goods and gallons of batter, Fluttershy letting the animals run away and bringing them back while she's covered in bugs, and Rainbow bringing storm clouds into the castle for the burning cake in the oven and subsequently flooding the place. This whole sequence was simply gold. But my favorite bits had to be Rarity redrawing the picture of the dress with Starlight's deadpanned "What is that?", Rarity yanking the rug out from under Fluttershy's animals to make a bigger dress, and Applejack spouting movie references to explain each picture for her scrapbooks. And I'm hoping I'm not the only one that caught the Predator reference when Applejack summarized the photo of Big Mac covered in mud. The writers actually made the references funny because they started to come up at complete random, with Starlight running around in the foreground trying to fix everything just to further show how bad things were getting. And I have to applaud the writers for sneaking in a good adult joke where Rarity, AJ, Pinky, Fluttershy, and Rainbow were practically hungover when Twilight reversed the spell on all of them, especially Rarity requesting that Fluttershy of all ponies be quieter. All jokes aside though, I thought the way Starlight would try to skate through her friendship lessons with everyone would be by using the duplication spell from the beginning of the episode, and I'm really relieved that the writers didn't go that route. Too many Pinkie Pies already tried that, so we definitely didn't need to see it again. But I still liked that Starlight wanted to get her lessons over with quickly because she was afraid of failing them, even though she was just spending time with her friends. Calling them lessons probably didn't help her, but feeling nervous that you might be bad at something and disappoint your friends is a legitimate fear. Yet friends really only care about spending time and bonding with one another. Sure, it's great when activities do go flawlessly, but sometimes when there's a little hiccup, especially if you're trying something new, it makes for an even better memory. Remember the chandelier in the castle with the main six's best memories and how one of them is of the main six, Spike and Princess Celestia spending time at Joe's Donut Shop the night of their first Grand Galloping Gala? The night went horrendously for them, but now they have a really memorable time they can reminisce about. For instance, if Starlight did accidentally burn a cake, Pinky would be understanding and help her bake an even better cake, giving them a memory they can look back on and laugh about. Starlight learned that you shouldn't be worried about failing at something with your friends because it's the time spent together that makes friendship special, more so than the specific activity, and that if you don't even try to have a good time and attempt to skate through it, the outcome won't be good. You may have to do something you're extremely unfamiliar with, but building those memories is worth it. So what more can I say about every little thing she does? This episode was just pure fun the whole way through. We got to see more of just how caring and mature Spike is. The humor was near Saddle Row review levels and helped keep the second act entertaining with how things steadily got worse and worse until it all snowballed together into one big mess, especially the monotone voices and creepy smiles. And Starlight learned a valuable lesson about the importance of spending time with friends to help bond with them, and that it doesn't matter if you're good at the activity they've chosen or not. I'm really glad that Starlight screwed up in this episode though. It's good for her character development to show her make a mistake, even a big one like here. She's still learning and has much more to learn as well. I'll definitely come back to this episode if I need cheering up or if I just want to laugh. Every little thing she does gets a green flag rating from me, but what did you think of the episode? I'm Mr. Left Turn. I'll see you when I get back from the track.